all we can figure is whoever named the 7 wonders of the world never set foot in Oregon. Because even Crater Lake was left off their list. So we see your wonders, world, and raise you 7 of our own. And we invite you to come experience them. Our wonders aren't just for looking at. You have to explore them, feel them beneath your feet. Just remember, this is Oregon, so how you go about doing that is entirely up to you. The 7 wonders of Oregon. See one, or better yet, see them all.
We're heading off on our first road trip since being retired. We're heading down to Oregon, kind of loosely based on the 2014 campaign of 7 Wonders of Oregon. Not starting out with great weather, but we're not too worried because, we've watched those videos many times and it looks like it never rains at any of the 7 wonders.
We decided at the last minute to head down the eastern side of the state. Even though it was a little longer, it was a lot drier.
Yeah, we came up here today to try and avoid the rain, but it feels like it's starting to rain now. But the most important thing is that we get enough daylight on the mountains to show up all the colors, and they're really beautiful. You see all the stripes. Not sure how they'll come out, but in person they're very beautiful.
They probably will come out even better when they get a little rain on them.
As you can see, the parking lot back down there. Turns out this is a really short hike from the parking lot up to the overlook, but that's okay. Really gorgeous with the sun shining through the clouds, just beaming down on the top of the mounds. I think we're going to try to head over to there. There's supposed to be a horseshoe of red cinder.
It's kind of funny that in all the videos we watched before we went to the Painted Hills, they showed the Painted Hills overlook and the Painted Cove Trail as 2 separate locations, but in reality they're less than a mile apart and you could easily walk between them.
This is the Painted Cove Trail. It's really beautiful, pretty short. Boy, the view changes by the minute. Every time the sun comes out or gets partially shaded. Look at that. Here at Smith's Rock, we're planning on doing a couple of hikes, or at least one hike. You can ignore the coat. It's 7:30 in the morning, so it's still a little bit cool, but it's probably going to warm up to a decent temperature. Just hope it doesn't rain on us. That's the Crooked River. I guess we can see why it's called the Crooked River. So it looks like the Misery Trail goes up all the way to the top of that rock and around the back, and then comes out past Monkey Face right down there. almost back to even with the parking lot, which is right up there. That's where we're parked. Beautiful. Maybe another 500, 600 feet to go, and then we'll be up at the top, and it should have even better views. Just reach this out instead. Here we are at the top of Misery Ridge Trail. Looks like we picked just the perfect weather for it. I think the thunderstorms are supposed to happen later, but for now it's sunny, it's dry, it's all good.
It's all good. It's awesome.
This is the trail down. Looks like it's a pretty good thing that it didn't rain, because this looks like it would be pretty slippery. Now we can finally see the face and the big open mouth and the eyes. Pretty cool. This is probably about the perfect lighting for it. See the river down there? Beautiful.
I could be here all day.
Following the river path back to the car. It seems like I wasn't really prepared to give this place the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's a rock. I don't know how you can make it a wonder of Oregon, but every time we turn the corner, another beautiful view. It's hard to turn the camera off. Every time I turn around, I should feel like I should be filming.
No, we could not have asked for a more perfect day.
Kind of hard to believe that we were on top of that just a short time ago. A lot easier to get up there than it might look. There are some people climbing up the rock face, but I don't think that's in our repertoire.
Going to the Painted Hills on day one meant that we got to get a bright early start heading up to Smith Rock on day two, which left the whole afternoon to drive up to Pilot Butte, have lunch in the Orchard District in Bend, and go to the beautiful Tamala Falls.
Well, so we left camp yesterday. I suppose that gives us every reason to sing tomorrow, tomorrow, we love you, tomorrow, you're only a day away.
America the Beautiful card, one of the only advantages to being old. We had hoped to take the boat tour out to Wizard Island, but we learned while planning the trip that the tour ends on September 3rd, a week before we got there.
We got up here probably a good 40 minutes earlier than we expected, so I think we're going to try to do the whole rim trail today. It's really beautiful up here today. Got pretty lucky with the weather.
By doing the whole rim trail, I really meant driving the 33-mile rim road.
That little island out there that you can see with the little points is called Phantom Ship Island. See Wizard Island over there. From the views from the beginning of the video, we were looking at it from the opposite side, so I'm thinking we're about 3/4 of the way around the rim.
And now we're headed for the beach to see our fourth wonder of Oregon, the Oregon coast. We headed down the mountains following the Umpqua River to Florence, where we would start our exploration of the Oregon coast.
I'm wandering through historic Florence, Oregon, just after breakfast. Looks like there's a little bit of fog, but it seems like it's clear enough. Really a cute little town. So there's Old Town right behind me. And then if you look right around here is the river house where we're staying.
There were no sea lions visiting the Sea Lion Caves, so we decided not to either.
I believe this is the Casita Head Lighthouse. This is Devil's Churn, National Forest land, I think. But we're gonna go down there in just a minute. This is Yachats. We've been here several times before, but this is the first time we've ever seen it. It's always been encased in fog, and it's nice. It's one of my dad's favorite spots because he loves to come and watch the waves crash on the rocks. You know, it's a nice little stop on the way up the coast. We're here at Depot Bay, world's smallest harbor. Although if you look around town, it doesn't look like the smallest town. It seems like a pretty bustling place. Those people right out there just paid for a whale watching cruise. cruise, but we've been watching the whale running along shore for the last 20 minutes, so no charge. This is Cape Kiwandas. Probably mispronouncing that, but pretty cool. It's like a small version of Haystack Rock out there. And this cool sand dune over there. Looks like you can drive on this beach.
Cannon Beach holds a lot of memories for me. The Shorter family has been going there since probably before the turn of the last century, although for me, it's only been the last 50 or 60 years. One of the great things about retirement is that you can travel when it's cheaper and less crowded. But on the downside, it seems like a lot of things close down once school's in session. We couldn't resist going back to Cannon Beach one more time before we left the Oregon coast.
Here we are in Seaside on the last day of our 7 Wonders of Oregon trip. It's been a really nice trip. We've got great weather. Even Seaside, which was supposed to be raining today, seems pretty nice so far. It seems like longer than the 5 days that we've been on it, just because the terrain has been so different and the surroundings it's like almost like we've been in 5 different states. It's a beautiful state.